Hello, good evening and a very warm welcome from a very hot and sunny and loud Castlefield Bowl here in Manchester city centre. Well, you might just be able to see behind me that fans are just starting to arrive here. It's still pretty quiet, but in the next couple of hours this place is going to be absolutely bouncing. Well, history beckons for England's footballers, who are now just 90 minutes away from reaching their first World Cup final in 60 years. Their semi-final clash against Argentina is now just a couple of hours away, and across the northwest and across the whole nation, fans are starting to gather in fan parks just like this one, in pubs, in beer gardens, in back gardens, in front rooms, all hoping the Three Lions have what it takes to get us through to that final on Sunday night. Well, over the next half hour, we'll be hearing from some of those England football stars. We'll also be hearing from supporters and also from some of the members of the region's Argentinian community. We'll also be hearing from a football legend who actually played against Argentina in that 1986 World Cup when Diego Maradona managed to score in that infamous Hand of God goal. There we go, we got it. But first, David Chisnell now reports on how the Northwest is gearing up for this historic night.
Football doesn't come much bigger than this. England against us. It's a rivalry that's intensified over the years, with Northwest connections at the very heart of both good and bad memories. From the first friendly meeting in 1951, when Blackpool legend Stan Mortensen scored in England's 2-1 win. Redemption for Becks as he fired in the winner from the penalty spot at the 2002 World Cup. Well, Everton and England's #1 Jordan Pickford was just 8 years old back then. He still remembers the game.
I remember being sat in the school hall on the floor watching when the teacher wheeled the TV in, so I'll never forget that moment. Have the nation behind us back at home. It doesn't go unseen. We know how much it means to them. Can't look past Argentina. It's going to be a tough game, a top game, but we want to put smiles on their faces as well.
Well, England's class of 2026 are inspiring the nation and the next generation. At Nico O'Reilly's old school, Mather Street Primary in Failsworth, they're all fired up for this one, hopeful their former pupil can keep Argentina's legendary leader Lionel Messi quiet.
He's going to lock up Messi. I think we have a good chance at winning it.
I feel like he's going to score a goal, but just keeps hitting the crossbar.
Do you think this is the game?
I don't think so, but he has to try.
They're doing well, but I feel like they might lose because Argentina are doing really well.
So England going to win?
Yeah.
What's the score?
4-1.
In Argentina, there are two loves, football and tango. There was plenty of fancy footwork on display at this class in Timpoli, where there were split loyalties among the dancers.
I am pretty confident about it, also pretty hopeful about winning the championship, because if we can do it now with Messi, I think it will be much more difficult without him.
We need to bring it home. We need something great happening. We need to, become what we were and get up there again, definitely. The ladies are doing it, why can't the men?
I want Argentina to win, obviously, but also I won't mind if England wins, because my husband is English as well.
If Nico and the boys can beat Argentina, well, England fans of all ages will go wild celebrating a historic return to a World Cup final for the first time since being crowned champions back in 1966. Nico! David Chisnell, ITV News.
Yeah, it's getting exciting now, isn't it? England are on the verge of qualifying for their first World Cup final after 60 years of hurt. Standing between them and that is Lionel Messi and Argentina. Well, one man who knows exactly how it feels to face the South Americans is the Everton and Bolton legend Peter Reid. Now, he was in England's midfield for the 1986 World Cup quarter-final when he faced up with Diego Maradona. And as we know, he didn't just have magical feet, did he? Well, Peter has been speaking to our man, Chris Hall.
Good evening again. It's now less than 20 minutes to the kick-off in England's most important match in the last 20 years.
You must get asked about that game every other day.
We got beat in the end. That's the bottom line. You know, there was a great goal and there was a cheat, and that's the end. Made the decision and that was it.
Which is the bit that gives you the recurring nightmares? Is it the hand of God, or is it the second goal?
The second one. But Glenn Hoddle got fouled just before. If anyone watches it, watch the video. Glenn gets fouled. It drops between me and Peter Beardsley, and he goes.
As heartbreaking as it was for that England team, Steve Hodge swapped shirts with Diego Maradona.
Went in the dressing room, it was just very, very sombre and disappointed, and the cheating, so-and-so, you know. My roommate, Steve Hodge, showed me this number 10, and I went, are you flipping joking?
He'd got Maradona's
7.4 million in 2022. Hodgie. Good luck to the lad.
And you got to meet Diego.
He's a so-and-so cheat. So the interpreter went, and there you go, the interpreter, he says, Pedro, he said, you very slow. I went, thank you very much. It was brilliant. Got to have a laugh.
So this is it, the
Yeah.
shirt you wore on that day in '86?
Yeah, obviously no sweat on it. No, yeah, that's the one.
It's still got the Azteca pitch.
Yeah,
There's
still
mud
got
on
the
it,
pitch
hasn't it?
on, and
to say that you've been trying to forget this game for 40 years, but you still keep the photos up on the wall, don't you?
to my friend Peter, lots of love, Diego Maradona. I mean, I know Schultz and Terry Butcher, like, they can't forgive him, but he was one of the best.
If England win this one, will you finally get a better night's sleep?
No, it's personal, but it'll be a long way to... I fancy us to beat them. It's going to be difficult, but I just think England will have too much for them. Get that edge and the referee gives it, you know what I mean?
So if Harry Kane gets away with it...
Oh, I'll settle for that. I'll settle for that now. If we get through, oh, mind you, got VAR now, but I don't think that's working, if I'm honest.
Yeah, absolutely amazing memory there from Peter Reid, isn't it? Hopefully no repeat of 1986. Thank you very much. Well, I'm joined now by two England fans. We've got Georgia and we've got Molly. Have you come straight from work tonight? How are you feeling?
Pretty much straight after work. We are absolutely buzzing for tonight. How are you?
Yeah, so excited.
Do you think we can do it?
Of course we can. I mean, we've had 60 years of her, and this is it. I really, really feel like this is the moment for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, and why did you want to come here specifically? You know, would you not rather be at home, not getting swilled in beer if we score?
I mean, it's the semi-finals. We're in Manchester. This is the place to be, you know, like outdoor space, massive screens. I'm buzzing.
Yeah, it's go big or go home.
Absolutely.
Like, look at the vibes.
Yeah, and the sun is shining as well. When does that happen?
We're blessed.
So how do you think, if we do win tonight, fingers crossed, how do you think we do against Spain? Because they played pretty well last night, didn't they?
They are looking very, very good. But I do think, and I said, if it was France, I'd be worried. But I think against Spain, we've got it. If we can get there, which I think we can, I think we'll win. I do.
Yeah, I agree. I think France would have been a tougher competition. I think we might have it as well with Spain.
Yeah. And are you here with any others? What is the atmosphere like? 'Cause you've been to a few fan parks, haven't you? We can see everyone's starting to stream in now.
Yeah.
It's looking very red, white and blue.
It's going to get very, very busy. We've got a few friends on the way and we just love it though, that kind of atmosphere. Everyone's buzzing, everyone's up for it. I think it's gonna turn up. It's Manchester, of course it is.
Can't beat it, can't beat it.
And obviously with the England players, you know, there's been loads of stars over the tournament. Who's been your favourite? What is so special?
Bellingham.
Yeah.
Just
there's no stopping him, is there?
Can't stop him. He's there every time you need him.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, special mention to Harry Kane as well.
Yeah.
Jed Spence, I think, has had a really, really good couple of games. I've got to mention Jared Bowen, though. I think he should be here. I do think he should be on my hammer, so he's got to be here.
And Jordan Pickford.
Oh,
like
Jordan
a cat.
Pickford, what a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that passion, we love it.
He's performed really, really well. Can't give it to him.
Absolutely.
Okay, Georgia, Molly, what are your predictions for tonight then?
I'm going to go 3-1. I do think we'll concede.
Confident to England?
Yeah, absolutely.
England.
Of course. I think we'll concede. I think it will be early. But I think we'll carry it and we'll get through.
Yeah, I was going to say 2-1. I think the vibes it's got to be multiple goals. Yeah, 2-1.
Absolutely.
Georgia and Molly, thank you so much for time. It's not long to find out now if those predictions will come true. That's it from us for here for the moment, but now to the studio, to Andy in Media City for the rest of the day's news and sport.
Katie, for now, thank you. And first from me, an inquest has confirmed that the Manchester United and 1966 England legend Nobby Stiles died with a brain condition called CTE, caused by repeatedly heading footballs. Emma Sweeney was at the hearing in Stockport for us.
Well, the conclusion by the coroner in this case only served to confirm what Nobby Stiles' family have long believed, that in October of 2020, the 78-year-old died from advanced Alzheimer's contributed to by high-stage chronic traumatic encephalopathy. In other words, a traumatic brain injury caused by repeatedly heading the football during his professional career. Nobby Stiles' son, John, said that his father was a humble man who just happened to achieve great things, but he never talked about those things. He never bragged. He said that his father played a number of different positions, including a centre-half and a defensive midfielder, and he reckoned that his father would have been averaging heading the ball around 40 times a day, 5 days a week, 10 months of the year. Adding all that up, his estimate came in at around 136,000 times throughout his career. Today, John Stiles said that he welcomed the conclusion here by the coroner.
I believe this will be one of the first few of thousands of such inquests with players who've incurred brain disease. This mirrors the conclusions of the inquest into the deaths of Gordon McQueen and Chris Nicholl. There are thousands of such deaths as football players incur fatal brain disease at 4 times the national average. As we rightly celebrate the football heroes of today, 60 years after the heroics of 1966, it is right to remember the people like Dad and thousands of others abandoned by an industry rolling in cash. It's a shame and a scandal that the industry and the government have failed to support these vulnerable people.
Well, as John Stiles alluded to there in that clip, there is a poignant sense of timing about today's inquest, and let me tell you, that wasn't lost on anybody today in court. Tonight, the England squad in the US, they are currently gearing up to take on Argentina, and they are hoping to make history. But Nobby Stiles, of course, already had made history back in 1966 when he was part of that famous World Cup team who actually lifted the trophy. And nobody can forget that fabulous photo of him on the turf in Wembley as he was dancing a winning jig in celebration. Well, today John Stiles said that his father, if he were here, he would absolutely be cheering on tonight's team, but he said that he felt his father had been let down. Now, today the coroner said that she was now required to issue a prevention of future deaths report, and she would be passing that on to both the Department for Education, they're in charge of overseeing PE lessons in schools, as well as the FA. Now, the FA is already phasing out heading the ball for under 11s, but today's ruling is likely to intensify the focus on whether or not more needs to be done in future.
Amber Sweeney in Stockport for us. And reacting to today's conclusion, the Football Association paid tribute to Nobby Stiles and said that while the link between heading footballs and brain health was still being researched, they were, in their words, consistently at the forefront of efforts to make football safer. They added, "We were the first governing body to introduce comprehensive heading guidelines across both professional and grassroots football, and we continue to review and enhance our game-wide concussion protocols in line with worldwide best practice." Elsewhere, more than 1,000 people have put their names to a petition urging rail bosses to permanently close a level crossing in Lancashire after a train crash in which a woman died. The collision involving a train and a car in Horton last month claimed the life of 33-year-old social worker Kerry Coombs. An 8-year-old girl who was also in the car was seriously injured. The MP for Tatton in Cheshire has urged the government to rethink plans for a major carbon capture scheme. The Peak Cluster project will see a pipeline built from the Peak District through Cheshire and up the Wirral, with above-ground structures in a number of locations. Conservative MP Esther McVeigh has told a Westminster Hall debate that she's found significant local opposition.
This project is completely unnecessary. It is a madness of a project, a net zero vanity project. And I stand here today on behalf of all of those members of the public calling for the Peak Cluster project to be stopped.
And some sad news now on a North West veteran of the Second World War whose engineering expertise aided the Allied forces on D-Day. 102-year-old Jack Gledhill from Lytham, who served in the Royal Engineers, died peacefully in his sleep on Saturday. Jack put his longevity down to a healthy lifestyle and not having the money to drink too much whilst raising 6 children. Next, when we've been reporting all week on the wildfires at Dovestone Reservoir near Oldham and Tintwistle Moor in High Peak. Fire teams have been battling to contain the fires all day again today. It's meant smoke is still being blown across several parts of our region, leading to fears of poor air quality affecting public health. One pressure group which is very concerned about air quality is Mums for Lungs. The Greater Manchester branch have been campaigning for years about poor air quality in the city caused by pollution. So they are extra concerned now. And joining me in the studio is Liz Godfrey from the group. So Liz, this is almost like the perfect storm, isn't it? First the pollution, now the smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've been horrified at what's going on, and I'm sure many people across the region are being affected by this. I know my children are being affected by it, and, you know, it's really upsetting. You went out
Yesterday, didn't you, with a handheld recorder?
Yeah, that's right. I was taking my daughter to school yesterday and she was coughing, and we were looking at the haze and the smoke, and I came back in and I looked on the websites to give us information about air quality, both national and local ones, and they were all saying it was actually a low pollution event, which I found really shocking. So I went outside with an air pollution monitor, and the results on that were absolutely, you know, astounding. It was so high and so damaging for our health.
Seems incredible. So, I mean, is it public health messaging then that you want to see improved?
Absolutely. We need much clearer public health messaging about air pollution across the board at the moment. You know, this is preventable most of the time, air pollution. And we need this, you know, events like this are going to continue to happen. You know, the climate is warming, it's constantly warm. And we need to make sure that people are getting localised information about how to protect their health and protect their family's health.
Well, you have medical advisors, don't you? So what is the advice? I mean, a number of us have been struggling, haven't we, with that decision to make between keeping your doors and windows closed and then being hot, or opening them and then getting all of this smoke coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we've been finding that tricky too. It's so hot and stuffy inside at the moment. But I think the advice is, if you open the windows and you can really smell that strong smoke, you need to have them shut. You need doors and windows to be shut. Hopefully the wind will change direction and then you can open them again later on. I think it's really important that children who are asthmatic are following the asthma action plans. And teenagers are notorious for going out without their inhalers. Yeah. So, you know, it's trying to make sure that all these things are in place.
OK. All right. Liz Godfrey, for now, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, before we go back to Katie at Castlefield Bowl, one final bit of sports news for you this evening. Final practice is taking place at Royal Birkdale near Southport ahead of the start of golf's 154th Open Championship. North West hopes, of course, pinned on local boy Tommy Fleetwood, who's aiming to win an elusive first major title. We'll be live from Royal Birkdale on tomorrow's programme, and we're hearing that golf bosses will wait until after tonight's England game before deciding if they need to reschedule their final round on Sunday. At the moment, they say there's enough time between the last putt and the World Cup final, which kicks off at 8 p.m. Talking of which, the excitement's building ahead of tonight's semi-finals, so come in, Katie.
Thanks, Andy. Welcome back here. It's starting to fill up nicely now, isn't it? It's just a sea of red, white and blue, lots of England flags as well. Well, the official name for this fan park is actually the Road to Victory, and we're all hoping that's a great omen for tonight. It's only an hour and a half or so now till England kick off, and we're all hoping for more amazing scenes like these as they take on Argentina in Atlanta, ahead of Thomas Tuchel's team, the glittering prize of the World Cup final and the chance to bring football home for the first time since 1966. And of course, we don't just want a victory for the here and now, we also want it for future generations. So with that in mind, we head now to Preston and to our correspondent, Anne O'Connor, who is at Our Lady's Catholic High School. And Anne, I believe you're with some girls who know a thing or two about footballing success.
Yeah, they may be only 13 years of age, but the years 7s and 8s here are playing for England. They're representing their country at an international tournament at Lilleshall, the Centre of Excellence, once known as the Hogwarts of English football because it found and trained the stars of the future. Some of the stars of the future are out here tonight in Preston training for that tournament, and I'm joined by 4 of the team. Girls, very, very best of luck for your tournament. Of course, we do have to talk about the blokes tonight. How are you feeling about the match?
I'm very confident that they will win.
You're very confident, even against Argentina?
Yes.
What about the scoreline?
I think it's going to be 2-1 England. Harry Kane and Bellingham are going to score.
Harry Kane and Bellingham are probably a good bet. What about you? Are you nervous about tonight?
Yeah, I think it will be a tough match because we're against a very good opposition, but I think we can definitely win if we work hard.
And what about the goals? Who will score them? What will be the final score?
I think, again, it will be 2-1 to England and Bellingham and Kane will score.
2-1, a very popular scoreline. What about you? What do you think the score will be?
I think 3-2 to England. It'll definitely be a challenge, but I think they can do it.
And of course, the women know a lot more about winning. The Lionesses have won 2 Euros, haven't they? We could teach them a thing or two.
Yeah, we definitely all look up to them and they're very inspiring to us.
And what's your favourite player, female and male?
My favourite player is Harry Kane and Ella Toon.
And how do you think it'll go? Because they've got Messi, haven't they?
I think they're a very strong side, but I think we're going to win 2-1 with a last-minute winner.
The girls here are all very confident, and why not? Their PE teacher, Zoe Lynn, you must be over the moon with their success.
Oh, I'm ecstatic and so proud of them. They've won 2 national finals, Preston champions, Lancashire champions. These girls work so hard on and off the pitch, and as a school, we're so proud of them.
But the money at this level is not sloshing around like it is in the international game. You need some cash, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We're going to Lilleshall in September to represent England in the British Isles tournament. We need about £5,000. The accommodation and also the teenage girls, they need 3 kits. They've got 3 fixtures. So if any local businesses would love to sponsor us, please get in touch with school. I'd be so grateful.
Yeah, you could be part of the future. Well, I'm bringing the girls back in because I've got one more crucial question that I need the answer to. Remind me, who is it we want to win tonight?
England!
Ah, yes, of course, that's it. Back to you.
Oh yeah, some England stars of the future there as well, and impressive tonight. Thank you so much. Well, I'm joined now by our sports correspondent, Chris Hall. Chris, welcome. You've been to quite a few of these fan parks, haven't you, over the last few weeks? What's so special from it? What can we expect?
What can we expect? We can expect to get soaked with beer if we stay around here long enough. This lot can get very excited. Look, we were here with Granada Reports in 2018 when England played Croatia in a World Cup semi-final. And when Kieran Trippier scored that early goal, this place just erupted. And hopefully we're going to see more of those scenes tonight. Not the result that followed. Tonight we want to win.
Yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. There's some of the big stars that we've seen, you know, Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham. We also need to give a shout out as well, don't we, to the likes of Jordan Pickford, Mark Gay, Anthony Gordon, Nico O'Reilly, because they really deserve it too.
Absolutely, all the Northwest players there. I mean, Nico O'Reilly, we've been to his school a bit over the past couple of weeks. We know how proud they are of him there. He almost scored against Mexico. He hit the post. He's been a really crucial part of the defence. And of course, Jordan Pickford in goals made some crucial saves as well. But I think Liverpool's Anthony Gordon, now playing at Barcelona, of course, he'll be used to the heat that's been over there. And he's really grown into this tournament, put a couple of special passes into the likes of Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. Hopefully he does the job tonight.
Oh, yeah, hopefully indeed. So what do you think? Come on, what is the score going to be? How's it going to end?
You know what? I'm sitting on the fence. I can't pick this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delegate. I'm going to go to Zana the Sea Lion at Blackpool Zoo, who's been given the job of picking a winner. She had 2 flags to pick from, an England one and an Argentina one. Guess which one she picked? She picked England, of course, so we know it's coming home. Me personally, in my head, I'm thinking of the time we beat Argentina in 2002. I'm also thinking about the times we lost to them in 98 and in 86. My head and heart are absolutely all over the place. Fingers crossed for England tonight.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Chris, thank you so much. Not long to wait now. So that's just about all we've got time for here at Castleford Bowl, wherever you're watching the game. Hope you enjoy it. The hand of God was against us last time. Let's hope 40 years on, it's on our side. Good night.
Why do I need a shower? I've been out in the rain.
The faster you go, the sooner you'll be out. You'll save water too.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Hello again. You'll certainly need to keep cool this evening if you're out and about watching the big game. A very warm night to come. Another hot day tomorrow here in the northwest. before temperatures gradually ease down a little bit at the weekend. High pressure continues to dominate though, so it's staying dry with no rain in the forecast until later next week. The high pressure is in charge till the end of the week, is up close to Iceland, and it means a slight shift in wind direction to a northeasterly, perhaps slightly fresher conditions over coming days, and eventually temperatures returning closer to a seasonal average as we round off this weekend. Back to the details for this evening. Fine, dry, lots of sunshine, and then overnight tonight, bits and pieces of mistiness here and there. A pretty warm night in our towns and cities, 16 or 17 degrees, but dry, fine, and warm to start the day tomorrow. Those are the sun times. It'll be up at 5 o'clock, setting at 9:33 tomorrow evening. For the northwest of England and the Isle of Man, tomorrow will offer a little more cloud, but that said, still very hot. The cloud will thicken up across Merseyside, perhaps parts of South Manchester, Cheshire, and also North Lancashire, Cumbria and the Isle of Man. But sandwiched between the two, virtually unbroken and strong sunshine. So 28 or 29 Celsius is possible in Manchester tomorrow. After that, temperatures will be easing down a touch, much better if you don't like it so hot. But it remains dry till we end the week. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, variable amounts of cloud. Temperatures to 23 or 25 Celsius. And as I mentioned before, no sign of any rain in the forecast until later next week. Here's the pollen forecast.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Making the most of summer. Piri sponsors ITV pollen count.
Plenty of pollinators out, but unfortunately for hay fever sufferers, we are at peak grass pollen season and it is high. In fact, very high through tomorrow. High as we head into the weekend.